Have you ever looked at someone and wondered how they just seem to grow so effortlessly, while you feel like you've been stuck in the same spot for years? Most of us chalk it up to motivation, or maybe luck, or even some innate talent they were born with. But the truth is, there's a hidden force, a powerful habit that's running your entire life, probably without you even noticing it. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on what that is and share exactly how changing this one thing changed absolutely everything for me. So, what is this master habit that controls our lives? It's not your morning routine. It's not whether you go to the gym, and it's not what you eat for breakfast. The most powerful, most influential habit in your life isn't what you do. It's what you say to yourself every single day. I'm talking about your self-talk. That constant inner monologue, that voice in your head that never seems to shut up. Think about it. For so many people, the very first thoughts that greet them in the morning are negative. It's an automatic, subconscious loop. Things like, ooh, another day, or I'm just not good enough for this presentation, or I know I'm going to mess this up. I always do. Or maybe it's a more resigned, quiet whisper like, nothing ever really changes for me. When you repeat these phrases to yourself, silently, day after day, for years on end, they stop being just thoughts. They solidify. They become your identity. This is a critical concept to grasp. Your thoughts over time become your deeply held beliefs. And your beliefs dictate your actions. What you believe about yourself determines what you're willing to try, how much effort you'll put in, and how you'll respond to failure. And ultimately, your actions create the reality you live in. Your actions become your life. So if you're constantly telling yourself you're someone who can't, you won't. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy orchestrated by that little voice in your head. Now, let's talk about discipline, because this is where the quiet destruction of negative self-talk really shows up. You can have the most perfect plan laid out. You can buy the fanciest planner, download the best habit tracking app, and design a flawless daily routine. You can have everything set up for success on the outside. But if that inner voice, that narrator of your life, is whispering, you're not the kind of person who can stick with this, guess what happens? You won't. And it's not because you're weak, or lazy, or lack willpower. It's because your perceived identity doesn't match the goals you've set. You're trying to build a new life on an old foundation. You're telling yourself you want to be a disciplined, consistent person. But your core belief, reinforced by years of negative self-talk, is that you're someone who quits. It creates an internal conflict, a cognitive dissonance that is incredibly draining. Your mind will always try to resolve this conflict by pulling you back to your established identity. It's a protective mechanism. It's trying to keep you consistent with who you believe you are. So, you'll find excuses, you'll procrastinate, you'll self-sabotage, not because you want to fail, but because your subconscious is trying to align your actions with your identity. Your identity will always win. This is where my own story takes a turn. I was stuck in this exact cycle. I'd get fired up, set ambitious goals, start strong, and then fizzle out. I blamed my lack of discipline, my motivation, everything but the real culprit. Then I stumbled upon a simple practice that felt almost too easy to work, but it changed everything for me. Here's what I did. For 30 days straight, I made a deal with myself. Every single morning, before I even thought about looking at my phone, before the world could flood my brain with its noise, I sat down with a pen and a notebook, and I wrote down one single sentence. That sentence was, I am becoming the person who... And then I would simply fill in the blank with the identity I wanted to build. Some days it was, I am becoming the person who follows through on my commitments. Other days, it was, I am becoming the person who keeps the promises I make to myself. Or, on days when I felt overwhelmed, it was, I am becoming the person who finishes what I start, no matter how small. It wasn't about being perfect. I didn't have to believe it 100% at first. It wasn't a magical incantation. It was just a simple, intentional act of planting a new seed. The first few days felt a little strange, a bit like I was just going through the motions. But then, after about a week, something started to shift. It was subtle at first. I noticed that my mind wasn't fighting me as much. When it was time to do the hard thing, the workout, the writing session, the difficult conversation, the usual internal resistance was quieter. My new habits started to feel easier, more natural. Discipline didn't feel like this monumental forced effort anymore. It just felt like me, and that was the key. I realized I wasn't trying to change anymore. I wasn't forcing myself to adopt behaviors that felt foreign. Instead, I was consciously, intentionally becoming someone new. My identity was evolving. The goal wasn't just to do the habit. The goal was to become the kind of person for whom that habit is a natural expression of who they are. So, how can you start this powerful habit today? It's beautifully simple. Just 3 steps. Every morning, before anything else, take a pen and paper. Step 1. Write one identity statement. I am becoming the person who, and fill in the blank. What kind of person do you want to be? Someone who is focused, consistent, courageous, patient? Write it down. Step 2. Repeat it to yourself. Just once, but say it with intention. Let the words sink in. Step 3. Act in alignment with it. Throughout your day, look for one small opportunity, just one action that reinforces that new identity. If you wrote, I am becoming the person who is organized, then spend 5 minutes tidying your desk. That's it. One sentence, one identity, one small, aligned action. Do this for 1 month, just 30 days. And I promise you, the entire direction of your life will begin to shift. You're not just changing a habit. You're rewriting the very story of who you are, one sentence at a time. The external world can't help but respond to the new person you are becoming. If this video opened your eyes to something, if it resonated with you, I want you to try this right now. Go down to the comments and declare your new identity. Comment below, I am becoming the person who, and fill in your own blank. Choose your identity today and start living it tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and stay unshakable.